Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Cash Profit Friday. Let's see if we can get in the green here today. Hopefully, not only myself, but one of my viewers can also make some money here. I will say, super interested in this value area high here at the 28,940. Let's go take a look at some of our key levels here from today. Let's get this guy off. Keyword for today is POC. So just type that into the chat. You know what? I'll just kind of... So key level here that we hit this morning on non-farm payroll news. Swipe this level here at the 28,944. Down below, we've got key levels here at the 662 and the 644. A nice piece of buyer unbalanced volume sitting here at the 639 to the 601s. Another key level at the 582 and the 551. And then one more piece of buyer unbalanced volume sitting here at the 28,470 to the 413. And then we'll switch over to the ES really quick. Big piece of volume sitting right here. So we've got the level here that we came up on the non-farm payroll at the 7410. We've got another key level at the 7380. Just an absolute shit ton of volume sitting here. 3 key levels here. A lot of buyer unbalanced volume sitting right here. This could definitely be an area of a nice rejection here on the ES. Let me just go back to the NQ. We're getting pretty close to that. See. All right, I'm gonna take a position there, and let's bring this guy to the value area low. Nice little rejection right off the key level. Knew that there's some unbalanced volume sitting right there. Let's see if we can get a flip here, bring down my risk dramatically. Kind of an early morning trade here, but morning AP. Keyword for today is point of control. I'm sorry, POC, which is the point of control. All right, don't want to see them break much past this here. Not, I could close. Let's just see how this footprint closes up here. Okay, I'm going to close out right there. Did not like that rejection of this unbalanced volume area right there. This was my kind of my bounce point right here, which we did get a reaction to, but just not as strong as I was hoping. It's kind of had a few key points of confluences here. Obviously, value area high was sitting right in this area right here. It did have some unbalanced seller volume. We had a key level right here, so that was kind of my... We did get a nice reaction right at this level to the downside, which is where I got my entry. But once we really showed strength past this buyer unbalanced area, my thought process was to close the trade, which in hindsight was a good move. Let's see where we're sitting at here. Hey, Greg, make sure you type in POC into the YouTube chat. Morning, Smooth Operator. Todd, good morning. Jimmy, good morning. Jump Sauce, good morning. Tiger, good morning. Nordic, good morning. Gene, Rob, Michael, Greg, Joe, John, Steve, Mo, Max. All right, now we got a new leg here. Let's take a look and see what. Not the greatest risk to reward here. Oh. So entry looks like would be at the value area low. This is kind of sitting pretty. Not the absolute greatest here. Let's see what the ES looks like. Nothing on the ES, pretty sideways there. My unbalanced volume is sitting right here. I don't have too much of a defense here. Maybe stop loss right here at the... Again, getting kind of conflicting signals here on the ES and the NQ. Pretty similar start to yesterday's trading session. Okay, NQ broke structure again to the upside. I'd like to see the NQ and the ES kind of in the same trajectory here, which right now they're not. This is the ES. This is the NQ. Same opening as yesterday. So I'm going to kind of wait here for the market to both kind of settle into the same direction here on the ES and the NQ. Okay, now they're kind of both in line with each other. So now let's see which one wants to give us a setup here or not. Again, strategy remains the same. We are looking for 1, 2, 3. Either 3 to 5 up bars on the ES. We're at the 12 range bars, so 3 to 5 of these 12 range bars going upside. Obviously, break of structure is really nice. We're waiting for our retracement bar, and then we can encapsulate that move with the fixed volume profile to kind of see what our entries are going to look like. And then much past 5 bars is starting to get, you know, each bar that we go up. So if we go to like 6 bars, it starts to get a little bit over, the move starts to get a little bit overstretched. And starts to worsen the probability of the trade as well. So that 3 to 5 is a really good sweet spot. And again, both now the ES and the NQ are both in line with each other. ES did the exact same thing yesterday. Now we've already had we had this move this morning on the non-farm payroll right to this key level at the 74.10 that it did reject really well. So we'll see here again if that's going to be the case. Both the NQ and the ES are both showing a setup. We just got to wait now for that one retracement candle, see what where we might be able to find an entry here. Continue this move to the upside. These markets are just insane. They've been so resilient. All right, so we've got 7 legs to the upside here on the ES, which is overextended. Now, again, the only way that I will enter into a trade like this that's so overextended the way it is, the risk to reward has to be fantastic. So, again, if we get a retracement down to value area low, you're risking here about 2.5 points, and you can either retarget the point of control or you could target the value area high here. So I would need to see a pretty strong retracement down to here, which I will actually get this set up here. Okay, I think it's... Still waiting on the NQ here for its... see if it gets a retracement here or not. All right, let's see what this NQ leg looks like. Definitely gonna go in on this one here. Right back to the point of control. And this guy will be at the break of structure. Oh, too much. You know what? We got a key level right here. Gotta cancel this one out, guys. We got a key level here too at on the NQ at the 28,944, and it has respected already twice. So again, theory here is you've got an entry here at the value area low. Stop would be sitting here at the break of structure to the downside, where we know that on this trade we would be wrong. But as a key level is sitting here at the bottom at the 28,944, it's again acts as a magnet for price action. So it could be one here to avoid, unfortunately. Does look like a really nice, really nice trade otherwise. Again, ES has broken structure here again. Once again, we could not get past this 74.10. Be right back, guys. Let's take a look at the ES here. All right, so about half an hour for our initial balance to be set, about 27 minutes here, 26 minutes. So how's everybody's May been so far? Had a tough day yesterday. Finished the stream, I think, down, I think it was like $900 or I think it was somewhere around there. Let's call it about $1,000. Ended up taking a trade with my live trading with my Signal members after stream. Took a loss on the on an ES AVT setup yesterday, so got down to about negative 2,400, and then was able to take an afternoon ES setup for I think it was close to 1,100 on 2 contracts. So still ended off the day yesterday. I think it was negative like 1,100 or 1,200 bucks. So not the best day yesterday. Kind of a similar early morning start. Kind of a divergence there between the NQ and the ES. So the NQ was ripping yesterday while the ES was dipping. They finally both caught up to each other. Was on the wrong side of an NQ trade yesterday to start off the morning. Had a few trades. The IB trade missed my take profit by a few points. Got stopped out by like 1.5 points just to go see my TP get hit. So yesterday was just one of those days where it didn't really matter what button you clicked. Well, unless you clicked the long button from the beginning of the day. That would have been great. Well, I would say until about noon. A huge reversal there around noon. May has been great. Awesome, Rob. Chump Sauce says he hasn't taken a trade yet for May. I may get in here shortly. That's some pretty good discipline. Regular job. I work 4 on, 4 off. Days and nights rotating. Tiger Trades. I made a good trade today on my funded. Just a quick scalp. Actually, I made less money as price went too fast to my target. That's always good. Speaking of the green. Yeah, markets like these get a little bit tricky. Obviously, continuing always by all-time highs is generally kind of tough. You got no price action really to the left to really take a look at. Really haven't had many, besides my AVT setups, haven't had really any. I think I had one short signal this month on my signal service group, which did hit TP1 and TP2. But yeah, not many shorting. Had 3 signals hit yesterday. Had 2 winners, one on the ES, one on the NQ, and then I had a gold signal that, the NQ hit right at that session open from yesterday. It literally hit right on the, I think my signal was sitting, where did it go? It was right at the open right here. So my signal was sitting right here, somewhere around the 543s, maybe like a point of drawdown, and then got a huge reaction to that. So that was could get into that one. That was right at the open, right at the overnight open, and had another gold signal that ended up losing on this exact same retracement bar. Just wicked me out and then shot back to the upside. Starting to see a lot more negative delta coming in. All right, 17 more minutes for initial balance to be set. Kind of choppy right now, sideways here on the NQ and the ES. See how well this key level here at the 7410 played out today. A lot of resistance early on in the morning. Here, here, and now it's acting as support. It doesn't even seem like the Iran war conflict situation. Yeah, I mean, obviously that doesn't look like it's coming to an end anytime soon. So like the headlines just keep flipping every day, every 2 days. We'll say the news outlets, or I should say like the Squawk service and the headline service, they're probably making a killing on the subscriptions that they've made over these last month and a half. So we really haven't had these type of headline moves since like tariffs were big from last year. It feels like the same type of environment. So poor guy. Hopefully, if you do win today, it'll make you a little less poor, I guess. But if I can hit a session profit for the day, so let's say I make $1,000 in profit, I give away 5%. So $50 gets whoever the winner is. They get sent either a Zelle, PayPal, or Quick Pay. I think, what else have I seen? Venmo. Whatever works. Again, just don't like this key level sitting right by our stop. Looks like the market is super interested in the 74.25's got a ton of liquidity sitting there. 74.20's has got a good amount. So it's two to be looking out for there on the ES. As far as the NQ, the 35s and the 40s. And then the 29.040s. Actually, I would say the 29.150 is much stronger, but you got a couple of layers here on the NQ. It's on the screen right now. I mean, look at my session P&L. It's negative $385 so far. Key said I took an APV. I'm assuming AVT trade early this morning for 65 points. Let's take a look. I think I saw one setup here. On the NQ, where did you go? I don't think that would have gotten you 65 points there. That would have been way too early. I don't know. I don't really see one here this morning yet. Agreed, Tiger. I think that's fair. All right, 10 minutes for initial balance to be set. All right, so we get a little setup here. So we can take a long here at the value area low. Right back to point of control. Still risking here 2 3/4 points. Try to make 4.5 points there. And then keeping an eye here on the NQ setup here as well. This market's not giving us really any opportunity here whatsoever. All right, 4 minutes for initial balance to be set. Looks like we're going to be probably banging our head right against it as we come into it. All right, let's see if we get an opportunity here. Right back to point of control. Break a structure. What does this look like here? All right, so breakdown here of this trade. We finally got our 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally fits within our 3 to 5 A+ type of setup. We got our retracement bar, fixed volume profile tool wrapped around price action on this leg only to the upside. And what we're looking for is a retracement back down here to point of control. Easy target, or I should say the conservative target would be the 29,138. I think it's 138, maybe 139. At the value area high sitting right here, or break of structure sitting up here as well. All right, and we are in this trade. All right, let's see how it reacts here at this unbalanced volume area that I've got shaded here in brown, sitting right here. That's going to be our, should be our defense right here. And if we close here as a red footprint candle and we stay with positive delta, which doesn't look like it's going to happen at this point, I say I can at least I could bail out of that trade there, but I don't think we're going to get that flip there, so we'll stay in here. Don't need to move stop loss. And again, conservative targets right here at the 29,139, which is right back to value area high. Initial balance is set right at the top of our TP here, which seems eerily similar to yesterday's trade. So initial balance is sitting at the 29,166. All right, guys, give me 1 second. Sorry, that was my daughter calling, making sure that I got reservations for Mother's Day, and I got my wife a present. Back in drawdown here. Alright, knocked out there again. That's 2 losses for the day. Couldn't get the continuation there. Seemed like every other continuation play worked out really nicely, but let's see what the ES is looking like. Right back to this level. So again, not to make myself feel better about taking 2 losses already here this morning, but as I've explained several times here, the market really has 2 main patterns that it goes into each and every day. So we've got obviously our trend days, which this strategy will capture pretty well if we get at least a decent retracement. Not even decent, but somewhat of a retracement. So it'll capture these moves pretty well right here, right here. On your typical trend days, which again are like your 3 out of 5 days out of the week, does pretty well as well, even if it's choppy. So this will capture it well. The day that it hurts, and we've already seen it happen here twice today. Yesterday was the exact same pattern. I even said how eerily similar everything kind of looked to me from yesterday. You get this type of pattern, and this is the pattern that really hurts really any strategy, because again, you're looking for a retracement down here. Again, maybe point of control or value area low. You get stopped out. You see the move continue in your direction. You've got a new leg here to the downside. You might want to take a short at the value area high, and you get swiped here at the top just to see your move also continue. It's a very ugly pattern. This is the one pattern of the AVT strategy where you do get hurt. And it's, if you can recognize it early in the morning, you can kind of save yourself from continued losses throughout the morning. And it's already occurred twice here on the NQ. This would really suck here. Not gonna lie, this is gonna hurt here if it goes to, I mean, that would have already been at value area high right here. So again, knocked out here by probably 2-3 points on the NQ. And you can see this is where it's, you know, struggling now. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt here. Wowzers. So knocked out there by about 3.5 points, just to see it reverse 50. No, actually more than that. Reverse 80 something points in our direction. There will be days like these. I think we talked about this yesterday. I mean, the exact same thing happened to us yesterday. We got saved here by a point, came right back up, came right back down, swiped this, and then that was the final move. So, 2 ugly days in a row. See if we make a push here to the IB high, which would have been my TP. That would have been our TP for our AVT strategy. All right, I'm gonna take a short there. Let's give this guy about 15 points. Come on, let it drop here. It even looks like the IB from yesterday. I mean, everything is take an L here. I think I'm done for the day. It's too eerily similar to yesterday. And we had a rip and then a big drop off. Sorry. I'm going to trail stop here. So I'm just going to move right to my unbalanced volume here, down here. And I'll trail the stop to hopefully about 10-15 points in profit. If we can get a move down. Yesterday we had a rip up, which is not really occurring here yet. And then a strong move back down to the downside. So hopefully we can get a continuation push here down. It'd be nice if the market gave us a little drawdown to profit instead of the other way around. Stop loss to profit. Come on. I like that. All right, knocked out there. All right, I'm done for the day, guys. I can't keep taking these, not even paper cuts. These are like stab wounds. And I swear if this thing drops here, that will be pretty funny. Well, another terrible day of trades here. This week started off super nice, and the last 2 days have been kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see like a 100-point rip to the upside here, so I don't feel so I don't get that pain in my gut. Because this one already hurt bad enough. I mean, look at that. Let's stop right there. Just to see your TP get hit. Well, you can't say we didn't try, guys. Sorry I wasn't able to make Cash Profit Friday. That's 2 Fridays cash profits that were in the loss. So, wish I could do better. All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, guys. Have a